Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to the Friday recap. This is number 70. No joke, this is April Fool's. We're right off of World Backup Day. Good afternoon, Ksenia. Great job yesterday on World Backup Day.
Oh, thanks a lot. Actually, we had lots of fun with Kirsten, and I mean, we had lots of engagement, great audience. Veeam community was there, so it just all happened, and yeah. So I just like everything about it.
Busy day on social media and the community and all kinds of other places. Well, it's always busy in Veeam, but the whole joke of World Backup Day is take the backup so that you're not surprised the next day. And actually, that's kind of fitting given some of the content that if you don't have a backup, you might have a surprise. I don't know. What's been brewing in the community?
Okay, let's take a look. So, okay. All right. So let's get started with this post. And I want to emphasize that this is the first blog post that was delivered in cybersecurity space, which is super cool. And Marco Fabri, he's talking about situation, okay, you cannot access your backups. For instance, ransomware, I don't know, something happened. And he's talking about shadows and different tools here. So Shadow Explorer, No More Ransom org, also CCleaner. I mean, I personally was using it for ages. It's something I believe pretty popular. Yeah, interesting discussion. What do you think, Rick?
Well, it's well timed. Marco published this not on World Backup Day, but a couple of days before. But that's really the whole spirit. Have a backup so that you're not surprised. And I love that he's going through the progressions of what do you do other than pay the ransom. He mentions a couple of the tools. I've used, I've recommended people use No More Ransom. I'll put this in the chat, but I also have the ID ransomware tool is my personal recommendation to add to this. I'll put it in his post.
Yeah, let's add it.
And a link, because again, some of the different law enforcement agencies will share some of the decryption keys. So all of these best practices, tips and tricks, in addition to a good backup, which we should always be doing. And it's easier than ever with Community Edition and Free Edition and Veeam can help you get out of this problem. But thank you so much for sharing this great perspective, Marco.
Yeah, thanks a lot. This is a great post. And by the way, did you know, Rick, that Marco was one of the first community members who wanted to create some special space about security? So actually, yeah, he reached out to me maybe couple months before we launched that and before we even started this conversation with Melissa. So
yeah, that's great. And for the listeners, if you have these kind of best practices, tips and tricks, configurations, this is the place for it. So yeah, we'd love to see other stuff get put in here related to cybersecurity.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, another one, it's Notorious KGG and Jeff Burke himself, and it's Kubernetes Corner. So it's a really long blog post, very detailed with lots of screenshots, and Jeff is performing an expert of the pod storage to VBR server from Custom. So he's using the Tanzu Community Edition cluster setup on vSphere, a few nodes. So yeah, and he's sharing all the steps, Rick. So you may see how detailed it is. And then he also shows it to you that you can see it in Veeam.
Yeah, especially when you think about the Tanzu Kubernetes engine, the Community Edition, that cluster, presumably on an on-premises infrastructure, right? The thought is across your different profiles, VMs, physical servers, NAS, Kubernetes, you don't want to have a different backup storage infrastructure, and that's an opportunity for Veeam backup and replication to provide it. Thank you, Notorious KGG, for sharing this, because I know Michael's been talking a lot about this. And then on top of that, I may drop a secret hint that there might be more coming that might be shown related to this. I'll just leave it right there.
Okay, no, that's intriguing. Okay, so thanks, Geoff, as always. I mean, this is outstanding blog post. All right, and let's move to one more topic. And some of you know that Michael Cade I think it's been like in January, he started 90 days of DevOps because it's like 3 months. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Or 2 months.
he started it first of the year. Yeah.
Yeah, but he started it at the beginning of the year. And can you imagine that? He just finished that 90 days of DevOps. And I also put here a link to GitHub repository. And look here, Rick, like how many stars he got, how many commits and contributors, and all the documentation, because he was documenting all his journey. Lots of work here.
I mean, this is a class. This is a master class on the journey. And Ksenia, and for the audience, I'm convinced everyone that usually does stuff with backups and stuff, at some point, the Kubernetes and containerized app backup will come into the conversation.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm going to become a Kubernetes app developer. That's a whole different audience, right? But what Michael's journeyed here is how to understand this language and then take what Notorious KGG is doing on the backup side.
Right.
You have the ability to be a bridge into that community, and Michael's resource here, I'm going to binge watch it, like all the episodes are dropped at once. Let's just binge watch, that's what I'm recommending everyone do. Great work, Michael. 5-star review. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. And special department. Again, since yesterday it was a World Backup Day and we had an event, we also prepared a special header with, look here, with some Easter eggs hidden. And community was engaging with this header and trying to find all of them, like, okay, what you can see here, backup from reInvent AWS reInvent. The one that actually behind you.
Yeah, he's reset the cape a little bit, but right there.
Yeah, but it's him.
Yeah.
It's him.
Yeah, that's kind of hologram, but yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, so lots of stuff. And for those who missed, you may find a recording using this link. So link in the post, and I'm also going to add it to the description of this episode. And I also have one more thing to share. So, do you know that Milder, Detective Milder, he just joined Veeam? And it's not April 1st joke.
That's not a joke. It's fact. I got an email from product management today. So Milder is going to join in the product management group as an analyst. There's a lot of good stuff coming there, and big congratulations, but also a challenge is out there for Milder. He has the opportunity to be the first person in the world to have been a legend and an MVP. So we talk a little bit about legends and vanguards. There's an internal program of individuals who kind of behave like that, and we call it the Veeam MVP program. So our community strategy is 3 puzzle pieces. And Milder's got an interesting, unique opportunity to be the first person to bridge into both. So congratulations, Milder. Welcome to Veeam, and we hope we'll still be featuring you here.
Oh, yeah, we do hope so. Congrats, Milder. Super happy to have in the team. Super sad not to have you in Legends program anymore, but totally happy for you in general. So I think that's it for today, Rick. And yeah, busy week. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you in community.